Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem joins us from the Portland ICE facility. All right, Secretary, you just heard the governor call you a little girl playing dress up. What do you say to that?
He keeps throwing out insults. I wish he would just defend the people that he's responsible for. And that is what is shocking to me about these leftist politicians, just how they ignore the people who elected them, jeopardize their safety, and continue to disrespect our law enforcement officers. So
you commit crimes in this country, there's consequences. This isn't a third world country. And these people that are causing chaos, they need to be shipped to a third world country and kept there so they can understand that they have it well off here in this country. They should be more appreciative of being here in this country and supporting our local law enforcement, ICE agents, and the National Guard, all our military.
one of the things I've been dealing with all day here in Portland is a bunch of pansies that are elected into political office who won't make a decision to keep their citizens safe. I'm proud of our federal law enforcement officers. They're absolute rock stars in the face of this kind of opposition, and we're going to continue to get them the resources they need to get the bad guys off the streets, Jesse.
All right, well, you flew into Portland today. I'm sure you met with a lot of big shots. How did the meetings go? Did you speak to the mayor of Portland?
Well, as soon as I landed, I met with the governor. She came and met me at the airport, and every question that we asked as far as safety and security here, she deferred to her chief of police, said that I would meet with him later in the day. So I did. When I got to the ICE facility, I met with him and also the superintendent of the state police. I told them what we wanted. We wanted more security here at the building, a bigger buffer zone to keep our officers safe. We wanted to have their streets opened up again and not let the anarchists run this city anymore. That we would ask them to continue to back us up like we've been asking for instead of what they've been doing the last several months, which is just leaving our officers hang out to dry. The chief asked if I wanted to meet with the mayor, and I said absolutely. Came back and just met with the mayor, and I'm so extremely disappointed. He's continuing to play politics, did not commit to any of those promises, and said that he'd give me an answer by tomorrow. And I'm hopeful that he will. What I told him is that if he did not follow through on some of these security measures for our officers, we were going to cover him up with more federal resources, and that we were going to send 4 times the amount of federal officers here so that the people of Portland could have some safety. They could have some security. Today, Jesse, we went and got a sex offender off the streets here in Portland that had been violating minors, and we're going to bring him to justice. And this Portland mayor tried to brag about him making our streets safer. No, absolutely not. It is our federal CBP and ICE officers that are cleaning up this city, and every single day they're going to stay dedicated to doing that.
So none of these officials thanked you for getting these pedophiles off the street?
They said that they were glad that that was happening, but that they weren't going to change their posture. They're continuing to. Here's the deal, Jesse, is they're more scared of the anarchists that are down on the street right now yelling horrible, horrific threats at our officers than they are of the officers or the people that live in this city. Right next to this building is an apartment building filled with people who deserve to be able to come in and out of their building safely. I asked the mayor, I said, do you get to go home at night and walk from your car into your building and do so safely? Do you get to drive to work and be safe while you do that? I said, those people don't get the opportunity to do that. My federal law enforcement officers don't get to do that. They get threats and doxxed, and their families get threatened every day. Why don't they deserve what you get, Mr. Mayor? And he said, well, we're going to continue to talk about solutions, and we'll let you know when we decide. And that's just not acceptable.
Yeah,
I'm not going to accept that. The president's not going to accept that. We're going to take action.
He doesn't have solutions. If he had a solution, this wouldn't have been going on for so long. We also played sound. Did you hear Senator Padilla say he did not storm at you?
Yeah, I did.
I mean, we have it on video.
Yeah, he absolutely did storm at me. Yes, I know. He absolutely did storm at me. In fact, he hit the ground and because of how he attacked me that day. So it's hard to deny the video evidence.
Do you think that might lead to people attacking ICE officers? Just kind of that performance by a public official, you know, months later, you see ICE agents under assault. They're getting spit at. They're getting rammed.
No, you should see the conversations outside. They're threatening their lives. They're saying Molotovs melt ice. They're talking about using weapons of destruction against our officers, and then these politicians stand up and say, well, we just need to talk some more. Listen, this mayor is going to wait until somebody gets violently hurt or killed. He's going to have blood on his hands because he sat around and thought too long, because he was too scared of the political ramifications of making a big decision to keep his city safe. That's my concern, is that you've got so many people here in Portland playing politics. They don't realize they're up against professional terrorists. Antifa-affiliated individuals are outside this building right now shouting death to my law enforcement officers while the mayor drives home and probably has a fancy dinner tonight and goes to sleep in his cushy bed. It's just not acceptable, and I'm so glad that isn't going to continue to happen in President Trump's America.
All right. Yeah, the same thing happened in Seattle with Chop or Chaz. They waited and they waited, then someone got murdered, and then they had to clean it up. Hopefully it doesn't get to that. Secretary, thanks so much for joining us.
California, New York, Illinois, Oregon. I mean, federal agents are going to be going everywhere in this country to lower the crime. And by doing that, they need to go in there and show their presence, that they're not here to mess around. And when they show up out there, that brings out Antifa and all these crazy ass lunatics to stop them, because maybe they're being told or paid to do that, or they're doing that by themselves. If they're doing that by themselves, that's even more reason to have even more officers out there to get all these people out of their homes and into the streets causing chaos, to put these people in jail, or, in my recommendation, mental health facilities. There's so many people out there that I have already talked to online through comments or even through Facebook, where people are just like, I'll ask a certain question about a certain thing, and they would go crazy in saying, "Oh, I'm a Nazi. I'm part of the MAGA clan, the cult, the MAGA cult." Like, what? No, I'm not. I'm all about being safe and having law and order in this country, the United States of America, in which I served the military for. I do not condone people in this country to do stupid crap and then get away with it. If you're going to go out there and say some stupid crap, do some stupid crap, like, I don't know, burn vehicles or burn the American flag, and think that you can get away with it, no. These are crimes. You commit crimes in this country, there's consequences. This isn't a third world country. And these people that are causing chaos, they need to be shipped to a third world country and kept there so they can understand that they have it well off here in this country. They should be more appreciative of being here in this country and supporting our local law enforcement, ICE agents, and the National Guard, all our military. That's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. Like and subscribe. I would appreciate it. Till next time, peace out, everybody. This one's for Charlie.